is actually the reason why Liberty 72 will launch again. Little do they know that Liberty 72 is actually the one ship out there that's available that can actually reach Earth without getting shot down. And Earth has been through some changes you won't believe. And so we open up the story in a very complicated way in the movie version, where it actually starts on Venus, and we have the warning that in one generation you can lose it all. And then we take it to the next generation back on Venus, and we can see it's already gone. And Earth is actually a very, very different place at that point. As a matter of fact, there are humans on Earth, but they're actually entombed in a it's like a artificial sleep, and there is a machine that's supposedly controlling all their thoughts and everything. But two people escaped from that based on some subterfuge from Venus, and those people will actually go to Mars and then out to Spaceport 15 or things that we've seen before in the series, and they will actually be the ones to get out to Liberty 72 and let them know they need to get back into Earth. And the reason is because this machine has an intelligence that orders it to shoot down anything that is not from Earth, because they don't want any visitors coming and releasing the humans from their captivity in their sleep chambers. And so originally the movie started out there, but I decided to backtrack. It's to the point now where, now that the production is halted, I am using this opportunity to write a novel version. And this novel version is going to be 3 times the script of Liberty 72, the movie. And the reason for that is not because I want to go back to another trilogy, but because I really want, for the fans that I did have back in the 90s and the 2003, 2004 television series, I want to really kind of close the chapters on what happened with that. And so we're going to go back and for the newcomers, I'm going to make it in a way where they can have nothing at all as far as knowledge of the Liberty 72 projects, which for the most part, I have rights to the storyline, but I have no rights to any of the video or DVDs or anything that got produced. So I have all the story rights, and even the ones that I don't have on a computer, I still have up here what happened. And so what we're going to do is tie everything together, make it a very, very long gift to all the people who were fans back in the 1990s and 2000s for the Liberty 72 projects. But like I said, I'm going to do it in a way where a person who knows nothing at all about this will grasp what's happening and understand it. And when the movie comes along, like I said, 2/3 of that's going to be gone, because I'm not going to sit here and explain what true colors are, what Ottawans are, what the Moravians are, none of that stuff. It's just going to happen as far as the storyline. The storyline is going to be really cool, but it's going to be very condensed. And once again, the movie is going to be presented in the fashion where if you don't know what's going on with the book version that explains everything, it's still going to be a very understandable, very complete movie in itself, where it's going to make perfect sense just within the frame in which I do the motion picture. And it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I'll tell you right now how it ends. Happily. This is my last project I'm doing. No matter what happens with this cancer, I've really always wanted to just finish up Liberty 72. Like I told Christine Jones and some others, the inspiration for all this came from the movie Joy. And that's what got me. That's what got my rocket lit, and I decided, you know what, there's still all this great stuff in here that remains to be seen and said, and I'm going to make this happen. And I've been toying around here and there with Liberty 72, bringing it back for a long time. For those who don't remember, when the television series ended in season 2, it was reflective of some of the things happening in the script that were very, very, very dark. Also, they kind of reflected what was going on in my mind at the time, and it was a very troubling time for me. And I wrote things in there that basically were very dark, very macabre. I mean, we wrecked the ship entirely. We put the ship in a prison camp. We had half the crew die, almost out of Maccabees. As a matter of fact, the Maccabees' widow and her 7 sons was actually imported into watching this crew die, the major players. And it's just somewhere, I mean, I can't believe I even went there, but, they did rescue the ship, rebuild it, and get it back on its feet. Well, what's going to happen is we're going to kind of play with that. We're going to make it where a copy of the ship was fixed and sent out to never be heard from again, which is basically how the series ended. But the original ship is actually on a different mission, and they're the ones that will actually go to this planet where with the MPS car. And so it's not really an alternative universe, but I'm taking it in a new direction from where we ended the series, because I had this new fancy updated ship with basically android clones, and the whole purpose was kind of smoke and mirrors, bait and switch. And what happened to the ship, as far as what we saw in the series, is all transformed to a different way for the real ship, and everything that happened with the crash landing and the people getting killed and the rescue and the whole the name of those episodes. What the first one was called Grounded, and the second one I think was called War Zone, and the third one was called The Great Escape. So there was three different episodes that got tied together in an arc where we just totally, pretty much decided to just screw this ship, screw this TV series. We're just going to take it down to flames and be over with it that way. And like I said, it was just a reflection of just what was going on with my mind at the time. I don't have any of those TV series, any episodes anymore on DVD, but we really had a good time in Florida filming it. Distribution was the big problem, and so distribution's still the big problem today with what I'm going through, trying to market this thing and finance it. So my announcement is we are going to do this in book form, use the proceeds from the book, some going to charity as always, but the rest of it's going to be reinvested as seed money into this Liberty 72 movie. And so therefore one thing is going to depend on the other. They're both going to happen. It's going to work out. God has a plan. I have the time to actually do the plan right this time, instead of the crazy stuff rushing 24 episodes into a year in television series. And even the Liberty 72 trilogy, we're all spaced about 18 months apart. But I'm taking the time to really get back and sit down and really develop something that's going to be where every word matters, every scene matters, every piece of the jigsaw puzzle will all fit together into what I hope is going to be a brilliant masterpiece, but it is going to be my magnum opus. So after that, who knows? Maybe I'll be like J.J. Abrams or George Lucas and pass it off to somebody else with all the rights, like I had to do last time, for a lot of reasons. But anyways, that's that. So thanks very much for watching once again. And you wouldn't believe it right now, but it's about 114 degrees where I'm at. Very much colder than it is up there in the mountains in the background where Sierra Vista is. So that will be that. Thank you once again for watching. And we're going to go up to San Manuel. We're going to film San Manuel back to Benton in part of a new series I have called The Road Less Traveled. I really hope you get on my YouTube site. It's just Sullivan's Projects. Just search Sullivan's Projects on YouTube. There's only one of me. I'm really kind of bummed out about the lack of hits, because it makes me feel like, you know, you guys are just, nobody wants to see the cancer videos, including this one. I get that. You don't want to see the pain you think I'm going through, but I'm really not in that much pain. Like I said, this is all in God's hands. So with that having been said, we are going to close this on Redington Pass, 5 miles up from the base, which is down there. And we're going to go to San Manuel, which is over there, tank up, and then take that road all the way back down along the Chiricahuas, right along the San Pedro River. I'm going to take some more pictures going up, because I've only begun to show you what this is out here. And after we get down this road to where those mountains are in the background, that will be the end of that episode of Arizona, the Road Less Traveled. And as you can tell, so is this one, but I'm not going to do Redington Pass. I will show you some crazy stuff on the videos, the photo spread I'm going to do at Sullivan's Projects official Facebook page. And you can see some of the crazy stuff I had to go through to get up here. God bless you guys. See you whenever. Have a good one. Goodbye.